Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the game of football is a year-round game. Now, I'm talking about American football in the continent of North America, not that other football. I'm a Liverpool fan, so we have the English Premier League that starts from August, ends in May. I also root for the San Jose Earthquakes, so you have Major League Soccer. They go from February to December. So the two leagues do intersect, thus making soccer, or football, a year-round game. But if you bear with me, you'll see there are 6 leagues that I have observed that play football throughout the entire year. We'll begin with our heavy hitters, the popular 2. We'll start with college football. That's the one I invest a lot of time and emotion, being an Ole Miss fan and rooting for the SEC. The NCAA FBS, we're just looking at the football bowl subdivision, or the higher tier. 15 weeks, each team has 2 byes. I know Ole Miss has one at the beginning and they have one later on. So you have 15 weeks, 43 bowl games scattered throughout December. I mean, they are crammed in 3 weeks in December. You have 3 playoff games. That's for the time being until 2024, where we go to 11 playoff games because they're going to expand the field. They start at week 0, or week 1, if you will, in the last week of August, and it ends in January. So that's the NCAA football for you, August through January. Next, this doesn't need a lot of detail here, the National Football League, the NFL. 18 weeks as of 2021, each team has a bye. 13 playoff games. 7 teams get in, 2 teams have first round byes. You have the Super Wildcard weekend, which is scattered from Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Starts in September, always the Thursday before my birthday. Sometimes there's been a Thursday night game on my birthday, and sometimes there have been Monday Night Football on my birthday. And definitely, especially in 2019, my birthday was on a Sunday. The 49ers beat the Bengals that year. So easily. 2 fall leagues, starting around the same time, and since the 2001 season, the Super Bowl has been played in February. The Canadian Football League. Now this is when the leagues and football bodies start to intersect here. The Canadian Football League starts in June. Each team plays 18 games, 21-week season with 3 byes. They have 5 playoff games. In the conferences, the top 3 get in, 2 teams have byes. The other 4 teams, they'll play like a little elimination game, and then they'll go on to the conference final. It starts in the middle of June and it runs all the way through the Sunday before American Thanksgiving, or Dutch Thanksgiving. Definitely not Canadian Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. This is a long haul. They started in June because I heard it gets really cold in Canada. They got to start in the summer. Okay, so I pointed out the big 3 leagues that happen in the fall. Now, after the Super Bowl is done, a lot of people just burn down on football and they just want to go on something else. A lot of people talk about baseball. Some people will shift into basketball because the March Madness tournament will be happening. There are 3 more leagues I want to cover, and this, by my observation, is what makes football a year-round game. Next, the second revival of the XFL, and it's going smooth so far, and I'm having myself catch a few games, and the DC Defenders are really cool, and their fans are awesome. Keep up the beer snake. Pretty cut and dry with the XFL. There are 8 teams, 10 weeks, no byes, a short and sweet playoff series with 3 playoff games. You have the semifinals and you have the championship. Started the weekend after the Super Bowl, and it runs through May. Next, in their second season, after being sold off for $1 in the 80s, the United States Football League. Again, the same setup as the XFL. They play 10 weeks, they go 3 playoff games, semifinals, and the final. As of recording this video on April 5th, the United States Football League has not begun yet, but they'll start on April 15th, and they'll go through July. Actually, July 1st is when the championship game is happening, so let's just call it late June, early July. But it's going to cover a few months. And now here's a league I kind of started getting interested in when you put a team in my neck of the woods, and that would be the Bay Area Panthers. And you know, I really start caring when they... Who's this guy? Oh, when the Bay Area Panthers hired SaberCats coach Darren Arbette, who's been to 5 Arena Bowls and won 4 of them. That's when I really started caring. All right, get that off, will ya? All right, that's better. So the Indoor Football League. They've been around a while, 15 seasons. And they have a somewhat of a long season themselves. 18 weeks, each team gets 2 byes. Their playoff format, very cut and dry. Top 4 teams of each conference get in, 8 teams get in. They seed the teams 1 through 8, or in this case, since they have conferences, 1 through 4 in each conference. There are no byes, so it's straight 7 playoff games, and it runs from March to August. So as you get from March to August, August is the NFL preseason, if anyone's paying attention to the NFL preseason, which I don't because it's all dress rehearsal to me. There is one more league that I haven't covered, and it's dead, and it's been dead since 2019, and that is the Arena Football League. However, I received a word from someone I met at the Bay Area Panthers meet and greet regarding the Arena League. You've heard Zeus. After 3 years of being shut down due to bankruptcy, the Arena League is back and they're going to give it another go. 16 teams will be there. Now, will I care? Well, I'll make a deal with the Arena Football League. Now, the Arena League I sort of lost interest in, especially in their final years before bankruptcy. And there were 2 reasons. The teams I got behind were gone. SaberCats folded after winning the championship in 2015, and the LA Kiss, because they were owned by Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of the band Kiss, they folded mysteriously. Now, will I invest time and emotion in the Arena Football League? Well, there's only one way to do it, and that's put a team in my neck of the woods. Or bring back the LA Kiss. I mean, why not? I recently got into the sport of cricket, and I found out there was a minor league cricket team that plays not too far from me, the Silicon Valley Strikers. Recently, I watched the draft of Major League Cricket, and you know how I got interested in that? There's a team based in San Francisco. The bonus part is, they're going to be like the 49ers. Calling themselves San Francisco something, but they'll be playing in the Silicon Valley. As I mentioned, the only way the AFL is going to get me to be interested in their revival is 2 ways. Bring back the LA Kiss, or bring a team in my neck of the woods. I don't see why Chase Center is not a bad idea to put a team in San Francisco and call them the San Francisco something. No, I don't want the SaberCats coming back. In fact, stay out of the SAP Center. That's their home now. Here, I'll give you a moment. Take a look at this calendar. If you notice on every month, there's a league happening, or 2, or a maximum of 3 going on at the same time. Just showing you that football is a year-round game. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.